Hi guys, and welcome back to Chengi's World. Guys, I'm in my car today because I thought to myself, if I get out of my car and get into the house, I swear I will end up getting caught up with ironing, school, the works. Before you know it, the day's gone by and another video is late. So guys, welcome to Chengi's World. If you're new to this channel, welcome. And if you've been here before, guys, welcome back to Chengi's World. I love having you back. I wanted to do a quick video for today. And I'm going to be recording a few more exciting ones as well as we go along. But just for today, I wanted to record a video that is almost in response to a lot of the letters that I get from you guys. I read all your letters and I have been asking for strawberry letters. I know. I will do strawberry letters, and I will come back on this channel and read some of your letters and give you specific feedback. But what I have found in general is that the letters I'm getting and the conversation I'm having with you guys is very much similar. And no matter how much I know that whilst, you know, the truth is there's nothing new under the sun. What has been will be, and what we're experiencing today in our experience, somebody has already experienced it. So there's nothing new under the sun. The devil hasn't got any new tricks, and there is nothing sort of new. But I know that when we're going through a situation, our experience feels very, very, very unique, because in many and in all situations, there will always be a uniqueness because it's two different people coming together. And so this video today, I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but it really is a response to you guys' letters. And a lot of what I am getting is, Chengi, guys, I also want to say, when you send me your letters, please don't send me every text message he's ever sent you, and then he said this and I said that. And I had a lovely message from one of you guys, and you gave me 2 months worth of text messages, and I totally understand what is going on in your head. Try and keep the messages brief, please. I love to hear from you, but I can't possibly read pages and pages of emails from one person. So work with me, tribe. Okay, so a lot of what's going on here is you guys are dating, meeting amazing guys. They tell you all the stuff that you want to hear. They give you all of the attraction signals, and then something happens or nothing happens, and poof, they disappear. Now, I've already done so many videos about this, but I feel that sometimes maybe I'm not sort of driving home a certain kind of point. I've done a video and believe his actions, not his words, but I was thinking perhaps I didn't quite drive it home. I've done videos on, you know, a truly high value guy. I've done so many videos to address this issue, the vanisher returns, what to do when he disappears. But I know that even when you watch those videos, there's still a sense of, but my situation is truly unique. Now, here's the thing, guys. For a man to even get into your world, to even talk to you, he's got to tell you, he's got to trigger attraction in you. He's got to be the guy that you want him to be in order to even get to a point whether he can even decide if it's you he wants or some other person. Because the truth is, we are emotionally hungry and thirsty people, female beings. We're so thirsty for affection, for validation, for approval, that it's easy for, and men have that too, but they're not as emotionally controlled as we are. Men have compartmentalized the emotions, whereas for us everything is interconnected. Everything is the same thing, and you know, so they're built differently. Their brains are built differently. Their whole being is built differently from ours, and our brains are intertwined, they interwire. Our brains, you know, it's the same thing. We can drive. It makes us able to do many things and function in many ways because we can just connect. But that is also our strength and our weakness. But for men, they can easily compartmentalize. So a man can have no emotional attachment or connection to you, but he understands you're an emotional being and that there are things that you really want from him. that are emotional, that he's not even decided that he wants to give you, but he understands that the only way he can express that emotion is through his words. So he will tell you what you want to hear. The conversation will be, yeah, I get that, and you will share life experiences, because he is seeking a connection to see whether or not you are truly the person he really wants or not. A lot of the time that we think we're connected to a guy, really, he is just trying to get the door open so he can figure out if he's that attracted to you or not, if he's really that into you or not. But unfortunately, the damage he does along that part, he doesn't realize that what he's doing to open the door can actually be extremely emotionally damaging for us women. Men don't always, because they're not damaged, like that's not their weakness, so they don't always get, and this is not to make excuses for them, but they don't always get that what they're trying to do to get that little foot in for us is an opening up of our souls. And when they decide, actually, she's a nice girl, but not for me, they have already opened the floodgates. You are already dreaming about them, you're thinking about them, you've planned your future with them, you've moved yourself in with them. And they open that door. They deliberately open the door. But they thought that when they make up their mind, you can shut it as quickly as they can. So this guy has been talking to you. He's been sweet talking you, telling you all the things that you want to hear. You spoke about your childhoods together, which is always a dangerous thing, because when somebody plugs into your past, then you feel a deep connection to them. And these are all psychological things that men do unaware, not deliberately. They are psychopaths and sociopaths, and they are narcissists who literally are very deliberate, and no one is look, do not beat yourself over the head if you ever meet a narcissist or a psychopath or sociopath, because these guys, these people, these human beings, women and men, they are dangerous. They are just dangerous humans. And no matter how intelligent you are, no matter how emotionally intelligent, no matter those types of people, they need the protection of God, as far as I'm concerned, because even the elect can be deceived. Even they're so good at it. So don't feel any kind of way if you stumble into somebody like that. But for most guys who are not that way inclined, they're just trying to make up their mind. And sometimes when a guy goes on a date with you, or when he makes out with you for the first time, or he just meets with you, he just realizes, actually, this girl, it's just not for me. If you're a high value girl, that's going to happen to you a lot. If you have standards, that's going to happen to you a lot, because maybe he had just enough attraction to get you into bed as quickly as possible, but not really enough to get to know you. So he will change his mind. He will just change his mind and decide you're not for him. You're not for him right now. You're not for him ever. You're not for him. He will just decide in that moment that you're not for him, and then he will start to move away. Now, if he has to be in your life, if it's a guy you've met at work or in business or in a family situation, he lives in your neighborhood, he can't just do a ghosting, because chances are he's going to meet up with you. So he starts to pull back, starts to give excuses about his job, his children, his dog, his cat, his cow. He will start to give excuses because he's really saying to you, his actions are really saying to you, I'm not into you. I'm just not that into you. I think you're a nice girl. I think you're smart. I think you're lovely. I think you're a great heart. But I'm not into you. I'm just not feeling you enough to pursue you. I'm just not that interested. But I don't want to shut this door, because I might go off to Sally and spend more time with other girls and realize, actually, I think you are actually really great. So it's a selfishness, really. It is a deep selfishness, but it's a bit like being in the wild. You can't be in the wild and blame the lion for pursuing its prey. You just have to be smart. You just have to have your camouflage. You need to have your ears open. That when animals are out in the wild and they know that they're prey for predators, they listen more keenly. They're fast on their feet. They're constantly aware that at any point something can come out of the bushes and get them. It's the same thing with us us women, because we're the pursued one, we need to be conscious that it's likely that I am prey. So you have to be extra alert and extra aware that we might be having a great date. We might have shared a great evening of connectivity, but that doesn't equal for a guy that you're the one. Now you will know if you are the one if he pursues you, if he constantly chases you, if you find that he's calling you, he's texting you, he's pursuing you, he's asking you out for dates, he's planning dates, he's into you. This is the clue. If you have to sit down and write to me about a guy who's disappeared or is backing off, no matter what the circumstances around it, don't kill yourself. You have done nothing wrong. Now, what we do as women is we go through every text message, every conversation. We go through it with a fine tooth. I do it too. Okay, hands up. Like, we go through it with a fine-tooth comb. I mean, we just go into forensics, you know? We just dust off the fingerprints of every conversation. The way you had your hair. Did you wear the right pair of jeans? Did you? And we drive ourselves insane. But to be fair, you can't... Matt Boggs always says something that really gets me. Is one of my favorite relationship coaches, and he says, look, you can't ruin a good thing, and I can't agree with him more. You just cannot ruin, you can't mess up a good thing. And the things that you are doing to yourself in your head is destroying yourself, and you are depriving yourself of some self-love. You are not an idiot, you're not a fool, you just got played, and you were not alert, or your expectations are off. But that's okay, give yourself a break. You've done nothing wrong. The boy is just not into you. I had a situation the other day where a really handsome young man, you know, came up to me, and I'm talking young, I'm talking 23, baby. To me, he's like a boy, okay? And he was trying to give me the something, but I don't look my age, but I can tell what, you know, young men from, I can tell. So he was really trying, and eventually he summed up the guts to say something, and I was like, no. And he was like, but why not though? You know, I mean, I knew that if I said to him, look, you're half my age, that he would have been, oh, but it doesn't matter. He would have tried to justify it. But I just didn't, I'm just not into you. Like, I'm just not feeling you, regardless of your age. And one of the things I found is we don't want to be rejected. We want to, that if you don't want to be rejected, it's like, I want to swim, but I don't want to get wet. Rejection is part of the game, people. This is part of the, we have to reject people. They have to reject us in order to find the right person. You can't accept everyone that comes in office. In the same way, a man can't accept every woman he pursues. He can't accept every woman he pursues. If he was to accept the first woman he pursued, he might end up with the wrong woman. So he's got to pursue a few and reject a few. In the same way as we apply for jobs and we pay us, you apply for 20 jobs and you're just the perfect person for that job, but you've applied for 20 more. Why? Because you want the right one, and you're putting it out there. We can't accept the first guy that comes up to us and says hello. So in the same way, we are just trying to find our way. And so what we do, as you know, we just reject. I said to him, look, it's nothing to do with you. And people never accept any excuse that says rejection. But actually, rejection really has nothing to do with you. It's to do with what I'm looking for. It's about my makeup, my breakup, my whatever I am desiring. So when somebody rejects you, stops talking to you, stop texting you, stop whatever, and you hanker after them and you spend energy dreaming about them, fine-tuning, sending me messages, and then I said this and he said that back, and I sent this back and he sent me this back, you are wasting your good energy that you could be spending on opening up your heart to somebody else and meeting somebody new. You really, girls, we really need to get over this thing, because, you know, and start to really, I get so many messages and they're the same thing. We all think our situation is unique. Oh, he's a far away. And when he was pursuing you, distance wasn't an issue for him. He was texting you every 2 minutes. When he was pursuing you, his kids were not a problem for him. One thing cannot be a problem today, not a problem today, and a problem tomorrow. The problem is he's lost attraction. Now, it may be something that you're doing, But if you've been watching my videos, you might be learning the things to say and not to say, and things to do. But even if that is the case, you know, it's lost. The attraction is gone, and you can't force that onto him. So girls, I hope this sort of answers your questions to me before I get back to you one-on-one. If he's not chasing you, if he is not moving heaven and earth to see you, to be with you, to talk to you, his attraction has gone. It's over. Keep on moving. Stay high value. Otherwise, you will do some desperate stuff and you're going to waste your time. And if you haven't seen my video on Don't Let That Boy Waste Your Time, go and watch it, because time is fast spent, baby. You want to move on. You have a plan for your life. And if you keep letting this man waste your time, you will regret it, okay? Don't wait for somebody who's not waiting on you. Don't pursue a man. Let him pursue you. Let his pursuit of you tell you. And yes, he was pursuing you crazily, but it stopped and it's tapered off. Let him go. Let it go. Let it go. So that's a bit of real talk from me to you guys. It's never easy to say that, but look, there isn't a woman so beautiful, so smart, so intelligent that she's never been rejected. Hello? There is no such woman. There is no such human being that has never been rejected or does not get rejected as consistently as maybe the one who's less attractive. Everybody gets rejected. It's part of the game. Just take it on board as part of the journey, you know, and live and breathe and let go. Learn to let go. Hold on to God for dear life, but let go of men. Let go of people who want to walk out of your life. Let them go. Just let it go. Take a deep breath and let it go. So that's from me to you guys. I hope this was helpful. Love you lots. Take care of yourself. Mwah. Bye-bye.